welcome back to What's Brewing. Special guest in from Blue Cat Brewing Company, Charlie Cole, coming all the way over from Rock Island. Thank you so much for making the drive.
Thanks, yeah, very short drive.
I know, right? Well, you brought some beer, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Okay, so I've been dying to try this. So can I ask you to pour this while you tell people what this beer is?
Absolutely. So this is our Festbier. This is the beer that we brewed for Oktoberfest. So instead of like what Americans normally think of an Oktoberfest beer, which is actually called a Märzen, which is March beer in Germany, this is a closer example of what you'd actually have at Oktoberfest in Munich.
So does that mean it's a little lighter?
It's definitely lighter in color. It's a little less malty. It's just a kind of a little stronger example of German lager.
I love that. Cheers.
Cheers.
I wish it was Oktoberfest all year long, so beer like this could just stay all year long.
Definitely one of my favorite styles.
You're right, it is a lot lighter. That's not what I was expecting,
Yeah.
especially for a lager.
Yeah, they take a lot longer, but they're definitely worth the wait, for sure.
Well, something else that's different about this beer is the CO2 process behind this. Tell people about why you can't get CO2 the way you normally would and what you're doing instead.
Yeah, it's a national shortage. So we've seen prices triple in the last 3 months. The root of it is a bigger science thing of ammonia production. So for some reason, they're having struggles, so we're having struggles. So we're trying to make some changes in the brew house to naturally carbonate our beer, trap the CO2 that's produced during fermentation, and to create the CO2 in the beer naturally.
And we were talking earlier about how this doesn't really affect the taste of the beer though, right?
No, not too much. It definitely can trap a little bit more aroma, so there's definitely more positives than there are negatives. It just takes a little longer in the process.
How much longer are we talking?
It can take up to 2 weeks, but a lager takes several months to brew. So we had extra time to make this beer how we wanted it, and we liked the way that the natural carbonation added it, so we're actually doing that with all of our beers now.
Wow, moving forward, even if the CO2 industry kind of goes back to normal?
Yeah, we've kind of paced out our production to where it doesn't really affect too much of our beer production schedule right now. So we're loving how it's adding to the body of the beer and keeping it around.
That is so cool. And you guys also have an upcoming panel as well. Do you want to tell people about that?
Yeah, it's Thursday, November 3rd at 6 p.m. at Blue Cat. It's hosted by me and St. Louis University. They have a brewing science and operations program, which I'm a graduate of.
Wow.
They're hosting a journey into brewing, making beer your career. So I have 4 other professional brewers from the Quad Cities. We're going to sit down and have an open conversation about our life before brewing and how we got into making this a career and how education has kind of helped us along the way.
Really quickly, shout out the other brewers. Who's coming?
I've got Great Revivalist, The Granary, Nerd Speak, and Radical Effect.
That is going to be so cool. If anybody's interested in homebrewing at all, that's probably the place to be.
Absolutely.
No kidding, a wealth of knowledge at your fingertips. Charlie, thank you so much for stopping in, and thank you for bringing this beer. This is delicious. You'll have to get down and try it.
Excellent. Thanks so much.
Of course, our Brewed TV show is on a fall hiatus. Very, very sad. But you can check out old episodes at brewedtv.com and keep up with the Brew Crew on social media at BrewedTV.